Wow, 13 challengers defeated by Luvnest. Pretty incredible performance by him, honestly. I thought Captain Price was amazing in Starcross Kings 1. Then I was further amazed by OMG Papa. Luvnest has shattered all records without a doubt. 13 challengers down. He's taking on his 14th now. Luvnest versus RedxWings. Coming right up. RedxWings, of course, famous or notorious for his non-meta play, and he's going to go Combat Engineer spam this game. His loadout is Shock Rifle, Industry, and some third thing. Terror. Okay. And Luvnest has fielded Assault Support Elite Armor, and... Aww, SARS changed his mind. He's like, make Bluey a mod. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Bluey would probably make a pretty good moderator. He probably would. Grenadiers move to take control of the south fuel right here, and these Grenadiers making their way to take control of strategic points here in this general area. And Pios are taking control of the right side victory point. These Grenadiers making their way right to grab strategic points as well.
Grenadier squad is ready. Was ist los? Yes?
Grenadiers engaging against the Combat Engineer Horde here in the middle. RedxWings will disengage this one away from the fight when it falls to low health to go capture territory and sticks around with the high health squads. Nice infantry movements there. That was good. And it looks like he's winning this engagement, even against Grenadiers at medium range with Combat Engineers in yellow cover. That Combat Engineer spam, don't underestimate it apparently. It's pretty serious business. That one will also disengage from the fight when it falls low. Without retreating to go do backcapping here in the back with the low health squads. Nicely done. That one falls low a little too fast and has to retreat. This one moving up to support in the engagement will continue putting pressure on these Grens. He's trying to kite these Pios, but they do get into point blank range, and it looks like eventually RedxWings will lose the engagement. There goes that squad. There goes that Combat Engineer squad, and they're engaging against these Pios.
MG support standing by. Reinforced. Ready.
Grenadiers moving right to get control of the strategic and munitions points, and RedxWings will be forced to make a full retreat back to base. There's tier 2. I expect RedxWings to go tier 4 this game, because he always goes tier 4. And go WSU 76, which will probably work pretty okay on this map. Luvnest slowly trying to get more territory back under his control against the Combat Engineer spam. And there's healing in the base for RedxWings as well to heal its Combat Engineers to the best of his ability. Unfortunately, Combat Engineers cannot build cover for themselves. Only wire. Only conscripts can build green cover. So that is a bit of a weakness in this strategy, but where they cannot engage, they can cap. A lot of capping power for sure. And in superior numbers, they can overwhelm Grenadiers, as we've seen. Luvnest spreading himself out like this may be vulnerable to a Combat Engineer swarm going right, especially once upgraded with flamethrowers. So this flamethrower is on its way right. Try and chase away that Grenadier squad. These Grenadiers move to take control of the strategic point and munitions point over here on the left side. Tier 2 going up from these Pios. And there's a Minesweeper upgrade on them as well. Hitler did nothing wrong. You heard it here first. These two Combat Engineers are going to charge into close range on the Grenadiers here in green cover on the right.
is encroaching on our territory.
And Grenadiers are taking control of this fuel point. Minesweeper piles will be able to chase this away. RedxWings is actually disengaging slightly from the engagement for the right because he doesn't want to get caught by that machine gun, and he's struggling to hold on to his own fuel point now, kind of getting pushed off the map at all various locations, but he will sneak behind Luvnest and get control of that victory point, and the flamethrower should have no problem pushing away the Grenadiers from this fuel. Scout car is on the field now, and it will be pretty much uncounterable by combat engineers, but RedxWings, having gone tier 2, does have access to a field gun rolling onto the field very shortly, and hopefully he'll be able to utilize that to manage the threat this poses, but it's about to upgrade with a 222 and push those combat engineers off the battlefield. These 3 squads making their way left should be able to get some territory captured, possibly force a retreat from that Grenadier squad.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Mine going down right there on the left.
You guys, listen to me if you want to live.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
There goes that combat engineer, and the field gun is making its way towards the center. 222 backing off slightly. Grenadiers move to engage against the combat engineers here. A couple mines have been planted, by the way. Those mines, I'm pretty sure, one-shot the 222, so it needs to be careful about over-aggressive chasing of those combat engineers. And another advantage of this strategy from RedxWings is that there could be mines anywhere. There's really no way to just sense where mines might be based on the location of 1 or maybe 2 combat engineer squads, because when there's 6 combat engineer squads on the battlefield, there could be mines anywhere. So Luvnest does have to be careful, and of course he has gone Minesweeper rather than Flamethrower on this Pile squad, so that should help him in that regard quite a lot. Field gun does set up and gets a shot off on the 222, trying to get to safety. Oh! Wow, I thought I was going to get a second shot for sure. Fortunately, nice reverse by Luvnest right there, and I know it probably sounds silly to say, oh, nice reverse, but on this map, look at all this crap everywhere. Sometimes you get stuck, so Luvnest didn't make any weird pathing maneuvers or anything. Did manage to squeeze through all the trees and get to safety away from that field gun. Field gun is going to be forced to back away from Minesweeper Pios and Grenadiers here on the fuel point. Combat engineers are taking control of various territory over here on the left, and it looks like RedxWings is getting boxed back into his base, but he has made it to tier 4, and an Su-76 will be hitting the field in about 25 fuel. And RedxWings has it coming in kind of quickly, but he just lost control of the fuel point right here, so it's going to slow things down. Wire goes up right there to slow RedxWings' advance across the right side. He doesn't have very much munitions since he's planted mostly mines and not flamethrowers, and that's costing him in his ability to engage against Grenadiers. 222 will be fully repaired over here on the left side, and he has gone double Minesweeper. Double Minesweeper to avoid exploding on just mines that could be everywhere.
The enemy is taking our territory. Defensive smoke now available for armor. The territory is out of contact.
Another rifle grenade, kind of a late dodge right there. French military school. I get the joke, but Luvnest is German. Just saying. Oh. Thanks, Vladimir Putin.
Pioneers reporting objective captured. New units are ready to deploy.
I'm sure Vladimir Putin spends all his time watching Twitch streams and not, like, ruling Russia. One mine detonated by Ostroop and stepping on it right there. Teller mine right there in the road. Shock troops making their way left to engage against those Grenadiers.
What do you need?
Grenadiers will maintain full control. RedxWings continues to get boxed into his base. Another successful shot from the field gun will force the 222 back for repairs. Minesweeper Piles will be able to get that fixed soon, and RedxWings is pretty much getting boxed into his base on all fronts. Hopefully the Shock Troop plus Field Gun combo can break through over here on the left. Luvnest having gone mobile defense and fielding Ostrupin may actually be a little bit weak. So...
Enemy troops!
That's right, I'm an American, okay?
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Obama doesn't want any of that Putin nonsense in this stream.
Shit, grenade!
Rifle grenade just hit the sniper nest. Did you see that? It hit the sniper nest and doesn't hit the combat engineers. Flamethrower squad over here has to retreat from the 222. Field gun gets a successful shot off. It'll pop smoke and pull back for repairs again. And it looks like RedxWings is breaking through a little bit on the right side. 222 is going to take a while to get repaired, so it can't go in too hard on too much. Those combat engineers stand a pretty okay chance of winning the engagement. If they would spread out, they were too clumped and the autocannon brings them down too fast. There's the retreat. Ostrupin will be forced to retreat by shock troops on the left, but Luvnest still holds both fuel points. There's the Su-76, finally. Hopefully RedxWings can try and snipe that thing with it, but he's gonna go center first, maybe for a high explosive barrage on the machine gun. All three Pio squads are getting a decent amount of territory over here on the right side.
Engineer standing by. 300 points stand between us and defeat. We've been targeted. We are losing supplies.
Good hit from the Su-76. Forces the retreat from the MG right there. Combat engineers will be able to get the fuel point. Flamethrower taking control of the right side munitions, and these two grenadier squads will engage against a flamethrower. Probably be able to win that. Probably able to win engagements on both of these fronts. They're Vet 2 now, so RedxWings will really struggle against them. He was kind of able to engage against them a little at the very beginning of the game, but now that they have LMGs and veterancy, there's not really any way for him to win against them except for with lucky flame crits. There's the retreat from both combat engineer squads. This one gets the victory point, and we'll try and get some more territory over here before those grenadiers push him away. 222 continues to circle and force retreats, and the Su-76 is working on the middle some more, trying to get lucky snipes with the auto fire, but it's clearly not working very well.
What do you want?
Tier 4 in production from Luvnest,
Enemy is taking our territory.
which kind of makes sense as mobile defense to go tier 4. Aww. Putin hates Americans, but he likes me. He'll make an exception for me. How sweet.
Supply lines have been cut.
Minesweeper clearing up the S minefield right there. And shock troops are taking control of the left side munitions. And a fresh squad of shock troops is making its way towards the center. So actually, with the Su-76 plus field gun and shock troop combo on the field, RedxWings is starting to experience limited success. Su-76 moves up for a high explosive barrage on the machine gun. He's going to jump into really close range for this. Pretty okay hit. He'll force it to reposition but not retreat. Autocannon 222 on the left side will force shock troops away. And I think RedxWings did spot that Teller mine right there with his minesweeper. So should be able to sweep that up with something later in the game. Nicely done. Two combat engineers will probably lose against LNG Grens Vet 2. Going down pretty fast. RedxWings jumps into some yellow cover but retreats, but the Grenadiers retreat. I don't think they had to, but they do. So there they go. Another squad of Grenadiers over here though, and an autocannon equipped 222, so this harassment's definitely going to fail. Oh no, that 222 just hit a mine! Will combat engineers be able to finish the job? Apparently I was wrong, by the way. It does not one-shot the 222. It survives very narrowly. They're going to try and finish it off with small arms fire. There's smoke. Minesweeper Pio moving up to try and push the combat engineers away, but the Su-76 will snipe it from the left flank. Nice play. But a Panzerfaust will connect to the Su-76, damaging its engine. It will be forced back. Combat engineers retreat from the Minesweeper Pios. They're on the left side. Field gun might consider a high explosive barrage on some stuff. Mod Bluey. And Obama will bring peace and democracy to Russia. Wow, pretty good high explosive barrage right there. Wow, that spread! What is this RNG? 2 perfect shots, and then it will pull back for repairs by the combat engineers. Shock troops are making their way back to the front. Hopefully they'll be able to push Luvnest back a little bit. Clearly, RedxWings is losing territory on pretty much all fronts. Grenadiers taking control of the right side, and Minesweeper Pios moving up to take control of everything on the left.
Taking what we have secured. Engineer standing by. Ready for orders. We are losing a sector.
Shock troops heading left will be able to scare away those Minesweeper Pios for now. And there's a Panther on the field. Panther heading left. Combat engineers doing what they can right. They're going to be forced away. Su-76s are going to have a pretty rough time against a Panther, but if it dives too deep, very good chance of it hitting a mine. He knows there's no mines over here, thanks to the efforts of this Minesweeper, though. Field gun available here, plus 2 Su-76s are currently RedxWings' only protection against that Panther, which is not much. Panther is circling center, upgrading with a top mount machine gun now. Bostrupin holding the middle. High explosive barrages from those Su-76s on the Grenadiers seem pretty off target, don't really hit anything, and the combat engineers will be forced to retreat, but shock troops moving up into close range will deal heavy damage to those Grens. Where's the retreat? Luvnest wasn't monitoring the engagement, and they go down, paying attention to an engagement against those flamethrowers, which look like they will escape. RedxWings is trying to harass territory deep behind Luvnest lines on the right side and push away Grenadiers with a flamethrower here as well. This Minesweeper squad will push away that Minesweeper squad and get the left side victory point captured. And the 2 squads of shock troops are available to engage in the center, but it looks like RedxWings wants to send them together up the middle rather than work the flanks, and he should be able to win against a few squads of Bostrupin and a machine gun, but the Panther is a ever-present threat. Combat engineers trying to throw down a sneaky mine over here. We'll get it planted away from the vision of those Grenadiers. Here comes another engagement for the center between these shock troops and Bostrupin. Su-76s will be available to fire another high explosive barrage soon. This one has 11 kills. Not bad, actually. Not great, but at least not useless. Shock troops going in on those Bostrupin, forced that retreat. Panthers taking shots at various infantry over here on the left. Combat engineers were successful in pushing away Grenadiers from the right. Second squad is available though, moving to take more territory while shock troops continue to slowly work their way up the middle. Command tank on the field for Luvnest now to support the Panther. The Su-76s should be able to perform pretty okay against this, if not against the Panther itself. Plus, there's still a field gun hanging around, protecting the left flank for now. This squad of Bostrupin has taken control of pretty much everything over here on the left side. Flamethrower moving to try and push that back while shock troops work on the munitions point. That squad will retreat. Another teller mine right there, by the way. Not sure if Red Wings has spotted or not. There he goes. We'll sweep it. It's kind of hard to see, even with the minesweeper, because of the shrubs. But he might have seen the notification thing. Shock troops chased away from the left by the Panther, so Stroopin should be able to get that back under control. Su-76s move up to take shots at maybe this machine gun. But they need to be very careful with the Panther unchecked on the left side. Red Wings doesn't want to get flanked. He does have some mines protecting his flank, though, I think. There's one. Flamethrower is going to lose this engagement against LMG Grens on the right unless they get a miracle flame crit. Red Wings will simply retreat. Grenadiers hit a mine over there. They'll have to retreat. Still no vehicles hitting a mine, though, giving Su-76s an opportunity. Victory or death. ML-20 in production in Red Wings base, who has chosen terror tactics. So, a lot of indirect fire for Red Wings on this particular army composition. See if he can make anything happen with that thing. MG-42 will reposition to safety out of the Su-76 barrage, whose spread was rather bad. Entire left side still in Luvnest control, center and right, everything. So,
Engineer standing by.
ML-20 is firing at the command tank, I think. It's not really hitting anything, though. Shock troops chase away Grenadiers from the right side, and we'll move to take control of this. Munitions, minesweeper pilots grabbing the left. And the command tank will move to engage against the shock troops, chase them away from the right. Red Wings pretty much just getting forced back into his base on all fronts. Doesn't really have much of a counter to the Panther, so he can't work the left. His lone squad harassment is in a lot of danger from the command tank on the right. And all of his attempts to take control of the center don't seem to be going that well either. Just the MG-42 and AT gun now defending, plus LMG Grenadiers making it a little bit difficult. Panther making a play up the left. Will pop smoke, apparently, to defend itself from any shots to its rear armor right there. Combat engineers have to retreat through an S minefield and will get wiped. Nice wipe on those combat engineers. It's the American way, Obama. You have to run a country on a deficit. Just spend money you don't have. That's what I do. That's what everybody in this country does. You, of all people, should know that.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Ooh. Pretty good flame crits right there. I'm not sure if that's going to get away or not. Very narrowly. There they go. ML-20 firing in the center is dealing only minor damage.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Late retreat. Unfortunately, Red Wings is walking right by. There it goes. Su-76 just killed the command tank here in the middle. Nice pickup with the field gun and Su-76 as Panther's trying to trade on the flank and it hits a mine. Oh my god, is that Panther really going to go down right now? Field gun's not available to support. This Su-76 needs to get miracle penetration at point blank, and it does. One more shot. Here it comes. Oh, it bounced. Panther will destroy it. Red Wings attacks ground through the hedge and kills the Panther. Overextended and hits a mine, but it doesn't matter. Moral victory for Luvnest. or moral victory for Red Wings, right as the victory points tick down to 0. And well played both players. Luvnest takes game 1, short break, and we will go into game 2.